Hello, Math Explorers! Let's embark on an exciting adventure today. Do you know how many fingers you have on one hand? Yes? Let's count them together. Start with your thumb. That's 1. Now add your index finger. That's 2. Then comes your middle finger. We're up to 3. Next is your ring finger, making 4. And finally, your little pinky finger. And what do we have? That's right, you have 5 fingers on one hand. Now, imagine you have 3 apples and your friend gives you 2 more apples. How many apples do you have now? Let's take a moment to think about it. This is what we call addition in the world of mathematics. The idea of adding things together is something we do every day, even without realizing it. In our case, we are adding apples together. So we have 3 apples to start with. Imagine them sitting in a row on your kitchen table, shiny and red. 1, 2, 3. They're all yours. But then your friend comes along. Maybe they just came from an apple orchard, or perhaps they have an apple tree in their backyard. Either way, they have apples to spare and they decide to give you 2 more. Now, we add these 2 apples to the 3 you already have. Let's count them together. We start with the original 3 apples, 1, 2, 3, and then we add the 2 new apples from your friend, 4, 5. So, after adding the 2 apples your friend gave you to the 3 you already had, you now have 5 apples. It's like a little magic trick, isn't it? Except it's not magic, it's math. And the best part is, you can do this with anything, not just apples. You could do it with bananas or toys or even the number of songs you can sing. The process of addition is about bringing things together. Whether it's adding 1 more block to your tower, 1 more book to your shelf, or 1 more friend to your play date, you're using addition. And with practice, you'll become a master of addition. You'll be able to see how things add up in the world around you, from the number of stars in the sky to the number of steps in your staircase. So when you add 3 apples and 2 apples together, you get 5 apples. Isn't that amazing? What if you ate 2 out of your 5 apples? How many apples would you have left? Now let's make this fun and easy to understand with a little story. Imagine you're sitting under an apple tree on a bright sunny day. You've got 5 juicy red apples in your basket, 1 for each finger on your hand. Now, you're feeling a bit hungry and decide to eat one of those apples. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That apple sure was tasty, wasn't it? Okay, so you started with 5 apples and you've just eaten 1. So how many apples do you have left? That's right. You now have 4 apples left. But wait, your tummy is still rumbling. You decide to eat 1 more apple. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That was delicious. So let's see. You started with 5 apples, you ate 1, and then you ate another 1. That's 2 apples you've eaten. So how many apples do you have left now? You're right again. You have 3 apples left. You've just subtracted 2 apples from your original 5. You see, subtraction is just like eating apples. When you eat an apple, you take it away from your basket. And that's exactly what subtraction is. It's taking away one number from another. So, remember our little story about the apples. You started with 5 apples, you ate 2, and you were left with 3. That's subtraction. You subtracted 2 from 5, and you got 3. Subtraction can be a lot of fun, especially when you think about it like eating apples. It's a delicious way to learn math, isn't it? So when you eat 2 apples from your 5 apples, you are left with 3 apples. Yummy and fun, right? Now you know how to add and subtract using your fingers and apples. We've been on quite an adventure today, haven't we? We learned how to count, starting from 1 and going all the way up to 10. We discovered the magic of addition and how it helps us put things together. And we also had fun with subtraction, taking the things away to see what's left. Remember, math is all around us and it's a lot of fun. See you next time, Math Explorers!